No, not at all. Not a healer. I'm not a healer at all. I'm a person who wants to give you self-realization. It's not a question of spiritual healing. Spiritual healing are also two types. One of them is, of course, the people who are realized souls. Like the other day we went, of course, we met somebody. Where was that? A taxi fellow who came with us? The taxi gentleman who came in the car thing, I knew he was a realized soul. So he just started talking to me. He also felt that nearness. And I said, do your fingers tingle sometimes? He said, yes, very much. I said, are you a healer? Yes, he said, I'm a healer. I said, how do you know all about it? I said, do you feel very guilty? Yes. I said, I know that. He said, how do you know? I said, I know somehow. But you want to know about it. Because he was a realized soul. He was a realized soul. But there are healers who are not realized souls. They are the people who use spirits. They shake before you and shout, and that's very dangerous. A realized soul doesn't have to do anything. Only touches you, will be all right. He doesn't have to shake and do all these tantrums. Because you are so naive, I must say, that's why there is such a problem. Very naive. In the West, we have developed our tree very well, but not the roots. We don't know anything about the roots. I was amazed myself, because there's no idea at all. Not in India. India people know this. They know this. Like we put dead in the church. In India, nobody would put dead in the church. It's a holy place. How do you put the dead there? But this is what it is. You are naive, I know. And despite that naivety, you are also very adamant. So what to do now? It's a difficult question sometimes for me. Doesn't matter. It works out. Yes?
Could you explain what you mean by this energy rising through the spine? And isn't it just really the same thing as a tingling up the spine? Perhaps, do you mean of a more physical kind?
Yes.
A feeling of awe.
Feeling
is it a feeling of awe?
Awe.
He's relating the feeling that you might have up your spine to a feeling of awe, and perhaps saying it's...
There is I have not known such a thing as that. I don't know. It doesn't happen like that. You see, when the Kundalini rises, you don't feel anything, nothing of the kind. Only thing you feel at top of your head, a cool breeze, all right? And in the hands, you feel a kind of a cool breeze coming out. But in the beginning, you might feel little heat, because if you have too much heat in the body, then you might feel a little heat coming out. Sometimes people who are very nervous type shake a little, that's all. But this thing I have never known. Is some sort of a funny thing, maybe coming from somewhere, I don't know. All kinds of permutations and combinations I've seen happening to people. Like one gentleman, he sat on the ground with the feet towards me. In India, it's not done. So people said that, how can you put your feet towards Mother? It's not done. So he said, no, my Kundalini is awakened and I jump like a frog. I said, who told you? He showed me a book of his guru written down that you jump like a frog. Can you imagine? I asked him, are you going to become a frog now? All kinds of permutations and combinations. You don't know how many things are there, published all over the world.
Right. He wants to know, how is this awakening initiated? The awakening of Kundalini.
It's very simple, as I told you, just like sprouting of the seed. That's my job. But then once I have done it, you have to do it also. All right? On that promise. Now, at this good time, I don't want to know hell. You see, it is described very well if you read any one of these great poets. Especially, I would say, read William Blake. All right? It's already described so much. Why do you want? I want you to enter into the kingdom of God. Hell is, when I am saying to hell, you might get epilepsy. I've seen people getting epilepsy, people getting lunatic, leaving their homes, running away, hating everyone, killing each other, killing themselves, killing their parents, violent. They take to drugs, take to all kinds of things which are self-destructive. What I mean is self-destructive in one word. All right? Oh,
What about people who suffer from these things from birth? Really,
Yes.
you're getting off the subject.
All right, if they suffer from this, there is something else is responsible. But they do suffer, isn't it? But those who have not suffered and are normal and go to these gurus, pay money and get it, then at least you will hold these great gurus responsible or not. What is it? What is it?
Do you feel there are not any other gurus who
Oh,
are...
many. There are many, but they are not in the market. There are many, many more. Many there. Beg pardon?
Are there any who can be beneficial to you?
Beneficial to you?
To anyone?
To anyone. Yes, they are. But just see now, in this crowd, I'm talking to you, you are asking 10 questions. They have no patience. They have no patience at all. I tell you, they are so impatient, all these gurus, that you have no idea. They just can't bear it. I asked one gentleman to go to America with great coaxing and everything because I had no time to go there. Within 3 days he ran away from there. He said, I have no time for these stupid people. Just he cancelled it. You see, because I am a mother, I have patience for you. They have no patience for you. What am I to do? They are telling me after 12 years we'll come and help you, mother. They know me very well. There are so many, they have met some. But they don't want to talk to people who are, they think they are stupid. What to do now? They think all seekers are stupid people. What am I to do? They have no patience. You have to have a mother to have patience, isn't it?
Let's finish here.
Now,
Mothers,
there's no end to it, my child. These questions have no meaning. By asking questions, you are not going to get realization, I must tell you. I cannot guarantee it. I cannot guarantee it. If you get it, it's your luck. If you don't get it, it's your luck. So be careful. There's no need to discuss, argue. By argument, you are not going to get it. Listen to me. What am I going to gain out of you? Is this the first place where we have so many questions? Must be some Romans are around here, I think, reborn. Otherwise, I can't explain. I mean, nobody asks so many questions as you have asked me, which has no meaning. And supporting these fake gurus who have taken money from you, have disturbed so many people. Supporting satanic forces. Something surprising, isn't it? All right, doesn't matter. Now I have already told that. Now, that's all. If you want me to come back to Bath, please no more questions.
Let's have the experience.
But we'll see how many get realization here. That's the main point. Main point is not you are going to be judged by your Kundalini. Let's see. Before you judge me, she is going to judge you. So let's see how many of you get realization. I cannot promise you. That's the main thing I must tell you. All right, let's see how it works out. Now, whatever I've said, forget it. Let's have a pleasant relationship. That is, you are not to feel any guilty about anything, whatever I've said. You might have been to Guru, you might have done anything that's supposed to be wrong or right. Just forget it. Just now you sit in the present. You have to be in the present to get your realization. That's the most important thing. You are born on this earth to be that. You are a human being to be that. You are not here just to waste your life. And that's what I have to tell you as a mother, that you have to be humble about it. It's a very different realm you are in. It is nothing is selling here. It's not a shop. And here it's a temple. And in a temple you have to be humble and you have to get your realization. That should be your determination. But how many will get, that I cannot say. I'm sorry, but it's not a thing that I can promise all of you. But if it works out on some, I'll be very satisfied. That's my job is. Now let's have very simple things without asking any more questions. Now there's no need to be disturbed about it. If you have not asked one question, nothing goes wrong with you or with the audience. I tell you, even if you ask 100 questions, it's not going to make any difference.